Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2023 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps this channel out more than you will ever know. It helps me out more than you guys will ever know. And you guys are absolutely amazing. So I want to, again, thank each and every one of you for your healing wishes, your well wishes, your comments, just all that positive, wonderful energy you sent my way and you are still sending my way. As I, fell, I hurt my knee. It's healing. It's going to take a long time, but you guys are absolutely amazing. And I want to say how thankful I am to each and every one of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you, like 1,000 times over. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. If you're interested in a reading, a meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. That's also in the description box below. And yeah, so now let's dive into this reading. Now, before we begin the reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Okay, Gemini, let's see what the cards have to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. Ooh, let's put this out until spirit says to stop. Okay, I'm putting this here because spirit's like, you're letting go of a headache. They need to see it. Okay, cool. Put that up there. Just move these down just a bit. All right. And I know I changed things up. I did the cards first. If you're new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, I usually start off with, what to be mindful of. And if you are new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back, guys. Okay. So I just laughed that healing, right? The Two of Cups, the healing card is reversed. So it doesn't feel like we're healing. I myself am a Gemini. I can absolutely feel that. It feels like we're not moving forward, right? I'm just thinking of my knee. It's like, oh, I'm not healing. I'm not healing. But you are. You are. You definitely are. So just know that we can feel like it's not moving fast enough. So just be aware of that. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And we have right here, mindful, being very mindful. This is a time, this full moon is really teaching us, and the time leading up to the full moon, to be mindful that our ability to kind of change our world by changing our mind is astoundingly true. Changing the way that we look at things or the way that we label things in our mind or see things for ourselves is going to be so important during this time. Our mindfulness, our manifestation, right? That mindful manifestation energy is so strong. So just be aware of that, Gemini, because it can be such a superpower for a sign that is so creative within our thinking. So just be aware of this. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. The Six of Swords reversed. We have the Six of Swords reversed here as well. We are moving forward a lot more smoothly than we had originally thought we would be. But we also need to be mindful here, because that's what the Six of Swords reverse is saying in the reading. But here we also have to be mindful that we're hitting some bumps in the road that we hadn't anticipated and we didn't want. Or we thought things were going to go a lot more smoothly than they are actually going. And Spirit's like, don't worry, you're on the right track. So just be aware of this. Okay, Two of Cups reverse. This is the minor arcana lovers card. We are represented by the lovers in the major arcana. So here, do we feel out of sorts? Do we feel like things aren't moving forward the way that we want them to, or we're not connecting the way that we want to? We can be a little bit more on edge. We can be a little bit irritable. We can just feel like things aren't coming together. Like that smoothness, that harmony has just been shaken up, and we need to find it again. So just be aware of this. The Two of Cups reversed is like the healing isn't there, but Spirit's like, but it is. It's just slower than you want it to be. We want things to be yesterday as human beings. We want things to happen so quickly. We're like, we can be patient, but if it takes longer than an Amazon package to arrive, an Amazon Prime package to arrive, we're not patient anymore. So just be aware of this. Just be aware of centering ourselves and moving forward, and know that things are healing and things are connecting and things are coming together. But it's more happening like kind of like behind the scenes during this time. With the Wheel of Fortune, there's a lot of change coming. We're entering into a new season. This stance right here, that kind of like, making that P, with our legs, that one knee up, that yoga pose type of thing, is letting in wisdom. We are letting in wisdom as a new phase in our life opens up. And this is really a time of a new phase in our lives, a completion of a circle, a new season moving us forward. And this moon is so close to the equinox. We're opening ourselves up to fall or spring, depending on where we are in the world. But we're also opening to so much change, and we're going to feel it. And we really do feel it. And we're a little bit afraid of it. We are a little bit overwhelmed by it, but we have the Three of Cups upright, and we're a little bit blessed by it. There's a sense of prosperity and success and beauty and drinking deeply and really bringing in those healing waters, bringing in I'm just seeing this. I think this is like the Little Dipper or the Big Dipper. I don't really know. But I see it as like a ladle, and we're drinking deeply of what the universe has to offer us. And that came through very, very powerfully. Now, are we kind of tangled in our own mind? Yeah. I mean, come on. We're an air sign energy. We're Geminis. We're ruled by Mercury. We can be tangled in our own thoughts with the Two of Swords just so easily. But with all these threads going around her mind, but we're going to be seeing during this time that we're cutting certain cords and we're cutting certain things out and we're decluttering. We're de-whatevering, de-stressing, de-whatevering we need to do in order to move ourselves forward. But it's also a sense of like, I'm not scared. You know how when you start something and you're afraid because you're like, oh, look, like these people do it so well. And you think, well, nobody knows me. Nobody knows that I'm doing this. I can do it. And then when you become more successful, it's like, oh, well, now I'm afraid. Like, what if I change? What if I do this? I'll make a fool out of myself, or people will know, people will laugh. And so you don't kind of jump into it with the same gusto as you do when you're younger or a novice or whatever. We're getting back that energy of, well, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to see what happens. There has to be a time to start, or there has to be a change, and now's as good a time as any. So that's going to be a very big thing. We have a repeat of the number 2 here as well. And I just see the sense of like I'm coming together, the two halves of me, even though at times it feels like they're not coming together to heal, right? The twins of us can feel at odds. We're going to see ourselves coming together now, really much more than we have. Even though we're like, one part of us wants to see this, and the other part of us wants to see that. We're pulled in two different directions, but we're seeing the common thread that is us, that makes us us, us. The repeat of the number 3, that's divinity connecting with us. And it's like, hey, I'm right here with you. We have the Empress reverse. Do we want to take care of things anymore? No. We're also afraid to birth things forward. We're afraid, we're caught up in our mind of how am I going to connect? How am I going to move this forward? Where is it that I want to be? We can also, not want to be taking care of anything anymore. It's like, you know what? Take care of yourself type of attitude. But there is an importance of how do I nurture what I need to birth forward into this world, be it, people or creativities, ideas, situations, where is it that I need to be? And there's a fear of this creative process, but there's also a sense of like the whole world is opening to us. And we're seeing that in a very real way. It can be overwhelming, certainly, but there's a real sense here of, okay, am I stepping into this? Because the Emperor's reverse is just like, I'm questioning how I nurture. Or it can be over nurturing, right? It can be, kind of like that helicopter parent, thing that people talk about. But there's a real sense here of, I'm afraid to let this out into the world. And it's our own creativity, it's our life purpose, it's, our spark, our beauty. We're afraid to move it forward, to let it out into the world, sure. but it would be worse if we hid it away. The Six of Swords, we're going to be moving forward. The Six of Swords reverse, we're moving forward with a lot more tenacity, insight. A lot. We're releasing an apprehension, even though we definitely have it. There's a sense during this time where it's almost like, well, forget this. The full moon is shining a spotlight on us. And it's like, okay, either I freeze on the stage and everybody gets to see that, or I play my part, or, I improv. Yeah, I go after. I see what becomes. And this could be a time where we feel rather experimental. We feel rather like, we're pushing boundaries, or we're kind of making up the script as we go type of thing. And we are, but we're embracing that too. That creative, play with words, spontaneous aspect that Geminis thrive under. Now it's time to thrive with it. And it brings us to the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, we're so done with this battle. Spirit is saying a headache that you have been going through is coming to an end. Because we're like, I'm so done with this. I'm so done with this. And Spirit's like, yeah, you are. I totally see it. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. So cool. Oh, no, that's not extra. There we go. There we go. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, so what's super cool here is that we have a time to give rather than take, right? Reversed. It is time to take. And I know that sounds totally selfish. It's not. There's an acceptance here of like, I need to fill my cup. The healing that we don't feel like we're getting, we need to take the time and connect. Whether that be through meditation, whether that be through however you fill your cup, however you meditate, however you find joy, however, bliss follows you. We need to take time for that because we're not making time for our healing, or we haven't put healing, in the forefront of our existence. It's just pushing forward, existing. We could be feeling a little, or we could have been feeling a little depressed, overwhelmed, really doubtful within ourselves. So just be aware of this. There's an acceptance that's coming forward, but also within the two halves of us, there's an acceptance. And it's like, okay, I need to fill my cup. There's a saying, you need a gallon to fill a cup. So you need a gallon, Gemini. You need to fill up your energy, yourself, your beauty, your passions, what you desire in life. And you need to accept that. And it moves us then to the fact that a new start is coming. All right? A new start is coming. Things are going to be quite different, okay? At least very interesting by the new moon, the October new moon. There's faith within ourselves. There's also a sense here, like with the pregnant bellies reversed. I don't know what's going on here, but somebody's like, okay, pay attention to this, okay? Whether people have given up, like, oh, I can't have kids, or, this isn't going to be the way. There's a way to prosperity and bounty that you want through, like, somebody wants a child, or somebody thinks like, I'm not going to have a kid, and that's not what you wanted, but there's going to be an opportunity that opens itself to you. So just be aware of that. Okay. That came through very oddly, very strongly. So just be aware of this during this time. There can be a sense of like, oh, I'm too old, or I'm not going to have this, or this isn't, my path, but you really want it. If you really want it, there's a real sense of if healing towards what you really want and how you really want to create. If this isn't for you, or this is like, a source or a sensitive source subject, there's also a sense of like new ways of creating that beauty in your life, that like, I just am seeing mentorships and teaching and connection and really being a shining light for a child, however that manifests in your existence. We always think, oh, pregnancy looks like this, or, children, having children looks like this. It doesn't have to look like anything. It's what you are creating. So just be aware of this. There's somebody who needs to know it doesn't need to look like this certain way. So just be aware of that. Faith reversed. Our faith has been tested. Spirit's like, no, you need to have faith in me. You need to connect with me. You do. It brings us to release. Your dreams need a practical plan, and we need to release the doubt, the fear, the chaos that we have around believing in ourselves. It's like, no, release it, because your dreams need a practical plan. It's time to look at what I want. These are my goals. This is what I'm going after, and kind of make a vision board for yourself, a manifestation board for yourself, if you like to call it that. Adjustments are required, and gratitude are reversed. Now, with the Two of Swords, we're caught in something, some sort of web, some sort of tie. Adjustments are going to be required during this time. We need to change things up. Are we doing that? No, we're kind of doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, right? And isn't that the definition of insanity? We're going to change things up. And one of the ways that we need to change things up is to move in gratitude. There's a sense of generational blessings being with you. People from the other side really want you to succeed. There's somebody distinctly walking with you during this time. Okay. That is like, I want you to succeed. They're your biggest cheerleaders. There's just a sense of like, I want you to be happy. And they want you to have a happiness that they didn't have the freedom to have. In one way or another, either expectations were for XYZ and they didn't really want it, but they fulfilled those expectations, or, they lived. Yeah, I just see it around expectations. Like a burden was placed on them, or this is the way you do things. It's like, that's because of the way it's done. And they kind of want you, they want you to live vibrantly, with no kind of, I'm just seeing hunching in on yourself, like no kind of hiding away in any shape or form. It's interesting because we have bring love into the situation reversed. This is around the Empress, also reversed. And then we have self-love. Self-love. Love yourself. We're having trouble bringing love into the situation. Okay? Really embracing love, moving forward. We can feel rather foolish about it, but it's like, no, bring love into the situation and love yourself. Let yourself shine. Even if other people don't get it. Have you ever met those people where they are so self-confident? They think they are so awesome. And you're like, but why? Have that kind of confidence. Not when people look at you and go, but why? But some will. I mean, that's just going to be who they are. But let yourself shine. It moves you then to, there are changes coming. We're resisting a change, but it says your hard work is paying off. It brings change forward. We're resisting it. But there's something here. We have the 10 of the major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing. And there's going to be just a point where kind of like a tidal wave comes over us and so much changes. So much moves forward. And then here, we need to have faith. That focus on our third eye. And it says confidence is your key to success. Confidence in your third eye opening. Confidence in your tenacity, your purpose, your distinction, your desire, where you want to be, how you want to be. You need to focus. We need to focus on our third eye, of opening up our sight, opening up our connection with the universe, with the world, whether it be through Qigong, which I love. It's in the description box below, Spring Forest Qigong, or it's, through any type of means that connects you with universal energy to really open you up and move you forward. And there's a real sense here of be confident in yourself. Be confident in you. You have no reason to shy away from your success. But there has been a shying away from your own success. It's time to let yourself shine. You have been overwhelmed. You have been discouraged. You have been kind of beaten down by the world and its ways. And now it's time to shine. And now it's time to say, yeah, I've been through all of that. And my gosh, am I brilliant for being this amazing, for being this strong, for being this powerful. Our subconscious tarot message is the Six of Pentacles reversed. Something has been out of balance. We're in Libra time frame. Okay. So in Libra time frame, we can become very cognizant of things being out of balance. Subconsciously, we know something has been out of balance. And this is a time where we're going to be rectifying that. Our subconscious spirit message here is divinity. Spirit is connecting us with divinity, with the divinity that lives within us, the Godhead that is a part of us. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Four of Wands reversed. Now we can have upheaval within the house. We can be questioning what type of home we want to create for ourselves, how we want to move things forward. So just know that energy can be there, or something that was once celebrated, can be now causing us stress. And then it brings us to our subconscious. Oh, we'll just wait for later for that. Our subconscious Luna message. Trust is reversed. We're having a hard time trusting ourselves, trusting the universe, trusting, that it's in somebody else's hands, right? And expect powerful change. It's kind of like trust in that powerful change. I know we have trusted in it before. We've been disappointed. Things don't happen in our time, they happen in divine time. And that can be hard to understand and come to terms with over time. But here, it's like expect powerful change. It is going to move you forward in the most unexpected, most brilliant ways during this moon, but also just during this period in our lives. Powerful change that comes out of the blue and moves us in a direction where we're like, huh, I didn't see that coming. You know? If somebody would have told me that was coming, we would laugh at them. It would be like, no, not that. So just be aware. Okay. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this Aries full moon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.